What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Captain Marvel video. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider leaving a like and a subscribe down below. And well, this is it. We've had an official synopsis for the upcoming Captain Marvel movie, for which I am incredibly excited for. So let's drop a look and take a look even at this synopsis. The story follows Carol Danvers as she becomes one of the universe's most powerful heroes when Earth is caught in the middle of a galactic war between two alien races. Set in the 1990s, Captain Marvel is an all-new adventure from a previously unseen period in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, as we know already, this movie is actually taking place in the 1990s, and this does now confirm what we already suspected was the fact that this movie is set in place during the Kree-Skrull War. In the comics, the Kree-Skrull War was a very relatively low-key event, in my opinion. It's not really... It's a very odd comic in the way that it simply took place during the pages of the Avengers solo title, and it didn't take place or have a sort of major separate comic like most event or storylines actually do. That's quite similar to Ragnarok as well. So they seem to be going for inside the pages of the Avengers for these stories. And now we know, obviously, that this is when it's taking place. So it seems like they are just taking this event, which we saw the Kree, who you've seen in Guardians of the Galaxy, and also the Skrulls, who have yet to actually been involved, and they are a shape-shifting alien race who were involved heavily in the Secret Invasion storyline, which saw them replicate the images and likenesses of many major superheroes of Earth, which led to a massive battle, which I really did like. A great story, which personally I'm starting to think might be Avengers 4, which is why Captain Marvel will be involved in that movie and not Avengers Infinity War. So the Kree-Skrull War is massive, and it did see Captain Marvel, who will be played by Jude Law, actually end up on Earth, warning of this threat. Now, we do have a major MCU character return, which was Ronan the Accuser. Lee Pace is returning here to play the role of Ronan the Accuser. This makes sense because he's a Kree fanatic, and he is a massive character in the mythology of the Kree-Skrull War. Ronan did actually come to Earth to try and actually turn it into a prehistoric wasteland so that he could use that for the Kree in their war against the Skrulls. This is what sent the rest of the crew of the Avengers actually to get involved, and the Skrulls also tried to actually make the Avengers look bad using their shape-shifting technology. So I'm expecting that we may actually have Captain Marvel, or the actual Carol Danvers. She will actually help out Captain Marvel when he lands on Earth, and then we will actually have him warn of the threat of Ronan the Accuser and things like that, and the rest of the Skrulls as well. Then she will actually get her powers after being taken, just like the comics. Now, the fact that Ben Mendelsohn is playing a very big Skrull character, makes sense now. The fact that we have the enemy combatant, we have the enemy leader, which is, of course, Ronan the Accuser. So that fits in very well there, and very nicely. Now, very cool, you Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans, who a few of you actually may watch my videos on that show. We've got a big one. This is a big one. Finally, Agent Coulson is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Considering that this movie is actually set in the 1990s, it makes sense that the fact that we will actually see good old Agent Coulson return, because this is set before his supposed death within the Avengers movie. So the actual fact that Agent Coulson did say that, well, this isn't his first rodeo in the movies, he's hinted towards the fact that he's seen superheroes before, and the fact that he wasn't fazed by people like Thor, and Nick Fury also wasn't fazed either. So it fits in quite well that we are going to actually be getting this character in the show. or in the movie even. So we're seeing these two crossover, and I expect maybe this to be mentioned in the upcoming episodes, possibly, of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., considering the fact that, again, Agent Coulson was nonplussed whatsoever about being in space, which was pretty funny. So I'm really excited to see where this goes, and this does pretty much confirm quite a lot. And the fact that Ronan the Accuser is returning, I was only watching Guardians of the Galaxy last week, and I was a bit gutted that he wouldn't actually be returning. Now, interesting as well, the actor Djimon Hounsou, I've pronounced that incredibly incorrectly, he is returning as Korath the Pursuer as well. So it seems like the Ronan's kind of posse are back together as well. So I'm really excited to see where this actually goes, and the fact that they are doing the whole thing with the Kree-Skrull War in a big way will fit in very well here, and I'm interested to see how they actually adapt this, considering the fact that it was quite a fragmented story, to say the least. And they've also got to fit in the origin of Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, as well, considering there are actually two Captain Marvels in this movie, which may be very, very tough to actually do. And the film is also in production as well now, so we should be seeing quite a lot going on. And the fact that they've only announced that it's in production and we've seen shots of Carol Danvers before, I would expect that this may be her turning up at the end of Infinity War. And I'm a bit concerned that there might be Skrulls in Avengers 4 as well. So that is it for this video. Please drop a like, please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.